Good evening. Welcome to California Today. I'm Liang Zhang. Let's take a look at today's stories. A new bill is being proposed in California that would remove the personal belief exemption from the COVID-19 state vaccine requirement for students. Fire crews are making progress on this California wildfire. It's burning along the beautiful California coast and an iconic bridge. Sacramento Senator Richard Pan announced a bill to remove the personal belief exemption from the student COVID-19 vaccine mandate that the governor announced last fall. The bill has already stirred up some opposition online. NTD's Jason Blair brings us more.
California Senator Richard Pan announced on Monday that he is proposing a new bill to require all K-12 students in California to be vaccinated for COVID-19 in order to attend school in person.
Vaccination is the cornerstone of ensuring our schools will be open.
California already has a law that mandates the COVID-19 vaccine for students as the vaccine gets FDA approval for each age group. The bill that Pan is introducing will remove the personal belief exemption from the mandate.
And that's simply to ensure every medically eligible student attending school in person is vaccinated.
This would virtually require all students to get the vaccine unless they have a medical condition that prevents it. This is the same requirement for 10 other vaccines in the state. California State Assembly member James Gallagher tweeted in response to the bill, "I am absolutely going to oppose removing COVID vaccine exemptions for school children. This is wrong and an unconscionable overreach into the family over a virus that poses very minimal threat to young children." The bill, if passed, is proposed to start January 1st, 2023. Jason Blair, NTD News, California.
A group of Bay Area doctors are calling to end COVID-19 restrictions. They said the strict policies are harming professional and personal lives. Children also need a normalcy in schools again.
In an open letter to Governor Gavin Newsom and other state officials, doctors from University of California, San Francisco and Alameda County are urging them to end school restrictions. They called on officials to acknowledge the endemic nature of COVID-19 after the Omicron surge and immediately shift our public dialogue toward defining a path for removing all remaining COVID-19 restrictions in public schools. The Children's Health Defense California chapter voiced their support too.
For adults and heads of household that take care of children and families, it's been absolutely devastating. And it's also been particularly devastating on children. There's a study showing that there's a 22-point IQ loss in young children right now, and that's significant.
The doctors say the policies are negatively affecting professional and personal lives without clear benefit nor any end in sight. In addition, present policies have driven thousands of people from this state and from our public schools, and we will continue to lose many great minds, great businesses, great families, and great individuals if current policy is not righted.
We have very low rates of COVID in California, very low rates of hospitalization, a very high vaccination rate. And so at some point you just have to say, is this working or is it not working?
Among the 17 reasons they are asking them to do are to acknowledge that most people are vaccinated, there is an educational crisis, and children and teens are suffering from the ongoing mental health crisis from isolation. They're asking to make masks optional while indoors starting February 24th, and make cost-benefit analysis for all COVID restrictive policies to ensure that benefit always outweighs harm. Last week, Governor Gavin Newsom said it's critical to keep reopening schools a top priority. The petition on change.org has over 9,000 signatures as of Monday.
Firefighters are making progress on the massive California winter wildfire that's burning along the coastal community. NTD's David Lamb reports.
The 700-acre Colorado fire started late Friday afternoon in Palo Colorado Canyon in Monterey County. It caused evacuations and partial closure of the coastal highway in California's Big Sur over the weekend. About 400 people in the county were evacuated from 1,100 structures, according to the American Red Cross. An evacuation center was opened at a local middle school on Friday. The fire surrounds the iconic Bixby Bridge. The bridge is located off of Highway 1 and is a popular photography spot. According to CAL FIRE, firefighters continue to strengthen control lines and mop up hot spots, but winds are creating challenges for the fire crews. The Colorado fire is now 35% contained. The cause of the fire is under investigation. David Lamb, NTD News, California.
The San Mateo Sheriff's Office concluded a 3-month investigation to a firearms trafficking operation. Police made arrests and seized dozens of illegal firearms. A raid on January 20th uncovered 30 illegal firearms and it resulted in 4 arrests. The trafficked firearms were brought in from Arizona, according to the sheriff's office. Undercover agents purchased from suspected traffickers a variety of firearms, including 3D printed firearms, commonly referenced as ghost guns. Last Thursday, officers searched San Mateo County and Oakland. Investigators seized multiple guns, thousands of rounds of ammunition, a suppressor attachment, automatic pistols, high-capacity magazines, and a 3D printer. The San Mateo Sheriff's Office conducted the investigation with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the San Francisco Police Department, and the San Francisco Drug Enforcement Administration Metro Task Force. The San Jose City Council will vote on Tuesday night on a first-of-its-kind gun control law in the nation. If passed, the law will tax gun owners and require them to carry liability insurance.
San Jose City Council will vote on the evening of January 25th on a new ordinance targeting gun owners. Gun owners would need to carry liability insurance, as well as pay a $25 annual fee to fund public gun violence reduction programs. According to the San Jose government website, this fund would make San Jose the first city in the nation with such gun violence reduction proposals.
More than 200 San Joseans every single year suffer death or serious injury as a result of firearms.
The proposed ordinance is based on research from the Pacific Institute for Research and Evaluation, published last November. The research reported an average of 58 gun-related deaths per year in San Jose. The new ordinance was first proposed in June 2021 after the Bay Area's largest mass shooting at the Valley Transit Authority rail yard in San Jose. Opponents to the ordinance have warned of litigation. Dudley Brown, president of the National Foundation for Gun Rights, sent a cease and desist letter to the city last July. He said he would protect the Second Amendment rights of San Jose residents. If the new legislation is passed, all gun owners in San Jose will have to carry liability insurance and pay fees beginning August 8th.
3 students at Lodi High School in California were taken to a hospital after participating in a spicy chip eating contest. The One Chip Challenge encourages people to eat a chip covered with a pepper and hot sauce and post a video of it on social media. It was started in 2016 by chip company Pocky, who released a new version of their spicy chip every year. The chip gets its heat from 2 of the world's hottest peppers, the Carolina Reaper and the Scorpion pepper. People who participate in the challenge are supposed to go as long as possible without eating or drinking anything after eating the chip. Pocky chips have a warning on the box to not eat if you have allergies, any medical condition, are pregnant, and to keep them away from children. Principal Adam Arabach told the CBS Sacramento that at least 3 students were sent to the hospital after trying the challenge and having adverse reactions. He said that 9 students total got sick within a week. Since then, the chips have been banned from the high school. Unsilenced is the latest film exposing human rights abuses in China. It arrived in theaters on Friday.
Theater goers in Los Angeles felt both moved and hopeful after watching Unsilenced. The 2-hour movie is about 4 people living in China trying to tell people the truth about Falun Dafa, a meditation practice that is banned in China.
The truth being censored in their country, in their own lives, because I think we're all entitled to the truth, you know? So that's one part. And then the other part, I think it was also the mission of the film, is to make you feel somewhat hopeful that there is redemption, that at the end of the day, there is some hope if we fight for what's right and we all work together as humanity.
The movie tells the true story of 2 young Chinese couples and an American journalist in China. The Chinese Communist Party actively suppressed the group for their commitment to spreading the truth of the regime's persecution.
We just heard from one of the speakers at the end of the movie saying how they suppressed their traditions, right? How they changed some of the lyrics of the songs that they sing over there, right? And how they express their culture, their ancient culture. And that is exactly what is happening here too, how the culture has been, it's been a revolution of the culture.
It was very well done, very touching. All the cinematic aspects, the music and everything, just made me want to be there and help them, or help here, learn more and do something to help.
The movie will be in theaters for about a week.
Now to NTD's Thomas Christian for an update on sports.
I'm Thomas Christian, taking you through the California Today Sports Roundup. Catching you up on a weekend of basketball. R.J. Barrett collected 28 points, 14 rebounds, and 6 assists as host New York snapped a 3-game losing streak with a wire-to-wire win over Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson scored 26 on 10 of 18 shooting as the Clippers dropped to 1-2 on their 8-game trip. Ivica Zubac totaled 17 and 14 rebounds. The Clippers shot 43% from the field and were 14 of 41 from three-point range. Knicks 110, Clippers 102. Jimmy Butler recorded 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists, leading host Miami to a win over struggling Los Angeles. The Lakers, who trailed by 26 points in the second quarter, cut their deficit to 111 to 107 with 1:07 on the clock. But Talen Horton-Tucker's poor inbounds pass with 7 seconds left led to a Caleb Martin steal and layup, ending the Lakers' final chance. Duncan Robinson led Miami with 25 points on 6 of 11 on three-point range as the Heat improved to 16 and 5 at home, currently the best home record in the Eastern Conference. Now with the Lakers, James scored a game-high 33 points, grabbed 11 rebounds, and dished 4 assists Sunday. He has scored at least 26 points in 17 straight games. Heat 113, Lakers 107. Kevon Looney's three-point play with 1:48 remaining on the clock enabled Golden State to survive a late flurry by Utah to hold on for a victory in San Francisco. After leading by 13 with 3:58 remaining on the third quarter, the Warriors not only had their entire lead disappear in the next 7 minutes, but saw the Jazz go up 86-83 at the end of a 20-4 run. But Jordan Poole, who paced the Warriors with 20 points, gave Golden State the lead for good at 91-89 on a jumper with 3:55 to go. There were no points for the other 2 minutes as the game closed out until Looney turned an offensive rebound into a follow shot and a key three-point play. Warriors 94, Jazz 92. Francis Ngannou out-grappled Cyril Gane at UFC 270 in Anaheim, California on Saturday night to retain his UFC heavyweight crown before wrestling with questions about his future amid a feud with the promotion over his contract. Famed for his frightening knockout power, the Senegalese fighter changed tack to deal with the threat of his former sparring partner Gane to win a decision victory before revealing that he had a torn knee ligament in the run-up to the fight. Despite being the defending champion, Ngannou's purse for the title defense was only $600,000, according to the California State Athletic Commission, a fraction of what he could earn from a boxing match with the likes of Tyson Fury. That fee does not include any possible share of pay-per-view revenues that Ngannou may have been entitled to, but the fighter feels he deserves more. As always, I'm Thomas Christian, and thanks for tuning in.
And that's all for tonight. You can join us again on California Today every weekday at 8 p.m. If you have any news tips or ideas for our show, feel free to let us know. You can also find us on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Liang Zhang. Have a wonderful evening.